Earlier this year, I hit a huge milestone by reaching 600 PS4 games in my collection, but that didn't slow me down at all. In fact, I have kept on adding to my collection, and now I'm just over 640 games. The road to 700 is right around the corner. Today, I'm excited to share some of the latest additions, including some pretty expensive and rare finds I cannot wait to show you. As always, I will also provide an update on my progress with the 10 must-play PS4 games in 2024. Enough talk, let's get started. I want to start with one of the most exciting indie games in recent years, Stray. This adventure game offers a unique gameplay experience with some really fun and engaging puzzles. At one point, the PS4 edition sold out entirely, and the prices skyrocketed. I guess everyone was after the free PS5 upgrade. Somehow, this game was back on the shelves earlier this summer for $26, so I immediately pulled the trigger. I'm really happy to finally have it in my collection. The next game is Totally Blind by Proteus. This old-school FPS is inspired by classics like Doom and Quake, and it's been getting generally positive reviews from players. However, my only concern is the motion sickness that can come with these old-school shooters. Just watching gameplay videos makes me feel a little lightheaded. It's definitely going to be interesting to actually play it. By the way, I managed to snag this game for $22, which was the cheapest price I could find. The next game has been on my watch list since day one, Eternize. At first, I thought it was a visual novel because of its dating scene elements, but it's actually a hack and slash RPG. The game has gotten some positive reviews from players, and I have a feeling it could turn out to be a hidden gem in the long run. I picked it up for $20, which is a pretty good deal for a JRPG. Next up, we have got the rarest game I have picked up recently, Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. I know you can easily buy this from third-party sellers these days. However, if you are like me and only buy from major retailers, this game sold out a long time ago. When Resident Evil Village came out in 2021, it got a ton of attention and was even a Game of the Year contender. Earlier this year, I was hunting for the Gold Edition, but none of the major retailers had it in stock. Then, just a few weeks ago, out of nowhere, one of the major retailers had a single copy available. I was both excited and scared because this could be an inventory error or a dusty copy found in the back of a warehouse. It was only $29. I figured, why not give it a shot? Worst case, I could just return it. So far, the package looks fine, with the only issue being a loose disc inside. As long as there is no major damage, I think this is a good find. Next, I've got two games I really wanted to grab during last year's Black Friday, but I had to pass on them because of budget issues. Luckily, I was able to snag them this year for the same price. The first one is Double Dragon Gaiden: Rise of the Dragons. This is a spin-off of the Double Dragon franchise. The only Double Dragon game I've ever played was Double Dragon 2 on the Famicom, and that was a long time ago. The franchise went quiet for some time, so I'm not sure if this is still the same Double Dragon game I remembered. For only $15, I wouldn't mind giving it a try. Next up is another $15 game, They Always Run. Nope, this one has nothing to do with Forrest Gump. It's a 2D platformer that doesn't come with a Platinum trophy, which is why I didn't grab it right away. While it might not be very well known, its visual style and the sci-fi setting definitely caught the player's eyes. It's a nice indie game to add it to my collection. Alright, one more $15 game, Ninja Yayamaru: The Great Yokai Battle plus Hell Deluxe Edition. This collection includes 6 games. Ninja Yayamaru is part of Super Ninja Kid series, which first came out in the 80s. The series was mostly exclusive to Japan, so it has a pretty small fan base here in the US. The Great Yokai Battle plus Hell was released in 2022, and some of the other 5 games were not available in the US before. Therefore, it's nice to see the series reaching out to wider audiences. We have just crossed the halfway mark. Let's check out the most expensive game I got this time. Well, it's got quite a long title. Shinja, Me and the Professor on Summer Vacation, The Endless 7-Day Journey. As one of the early Japanese anime to enter the US market, Korean Shinja didn't get much attention in the early 2000s, which surprised me given its huge impact in Asia. It's actually one of my top 3 animes, along with Doraemon and Slam Dunk. The game first came out on Switch, and I almost imported it from Taiwan last year. But then I heard there would be a PS4 physical release in the US. I decided to wait. At $40, it's a reasonable price for a limited release. This adventure game focuses on exploration and is meant to offer a relaxing atmosphere for players. Fun fact, Korean Shinja originally started as a manga, mainly targeting adult readers. To reach a wider audience, they made the anime more family-friendly for TV. Next, I've got 3 games published by GS2, and the first one is Richman 11. I couldn't hide my excitement in the unboxing video because this franchise means a lot to me. Playing Richman for all summer long is one of my best childhood memories, including a fist fight with a friend who I nuked his entire territory. Richman plays like a Monopoly but offers way more than the traditional Monopoly game. I honestly think this is how Monopoly should be. I was surprised to see a physical release in the US. I got this one directly from publisher for $15, but of course, they dropped the price to $10 after I bought it. Yep, just waiting for me. I might try to get the PS5 edition since I like this franchise so much. Next up is the cheapest game I picked up, Adam Wolf. It was only $10, but the cover has minor damage. Adam Wolf is a point-and-click hidden object game. I must say point-and-click adventure games are not everybody's cup of tea. For me, I only play this type of game for the trophies. Next up is an interesting game, Crazy Chicken Extreme. I've already beaten this shooting gallery on PS5. It doesn't have a lot of content, and I got the play now in an hour. I wasn't planning to spend $19 on this game because it used to be under $10 directly from the publisher. However, since I needed free shipping on another item, I decided to add this to my order. Basically, I spent $19 for an easy play now. Alright, we have 2 more exciting games to go. Next up is a $20 game, Persona 5 Tactica. As a fan of Persona 4, I just realized that I still don't own Persona 5 yet. I'm still on the lookout for it if I can find it at a reasonable price. Tactica is my first Persona 5 game, aside from Dancing in Starlight, which I found to be a mediocre writing game. From the title, it's clear that this is a tactical RPG. I'm not sure how many more Persona 5 spin-offs we will get, but it seems like they are trying to squeeze as much as they can from this IP. As long as they are good, I guess there's nothing to complain about. Last but not least, Paw Patrol World. I've already finished this game on Xbox, but I have to say, it's the only Paw Patrol game I've actually enjoyed so far. The open world setup really takes the game to the next level. However, it does have some flaws, like repetitive missions later in the game. Overall, I still think it's worth playing again, especially since it only cost me $13. These are all 13 PS4 games we are covering today. There are actually more games that didn't make it into this video, but we will check a link out in the next pickups video. Hitting 650 PS4 games by the end of the year should be a walk in the park. The real challenge will be reaching 700 games. I might need to start picking up some of those cheap $10 games to help hit that milestone. Anyway, let's talk about my progress on the 10 PS4 games I must play in 2024. I've only finished Yamawari Midnight Shadows this time, as the second game in the franchise. It keeps the vibe of the last one and enhances the puzzle elements. However, I found some of those puzzles a bit overwhelming, especially later in the game. They could be irritating and not always enjoyable. Overall, it's still a decent horror game and I would recommend giving it a try. Before I wrap up this video, there's one more thing I want to mention. In October, I have an important announcement regarding this year's challenge. Plus, there will be some channel updates, so stay tuned. That's it for this video. If you liked this content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Take care and I will see you soon.